I swear that it ain't fair that all the pretty girls, they got nothing on you, they got nothing on you, yeah. All the pretty girls, they got nothing on you, they got nothing on you. Girl, you know you cute, girl, you know you cute, girl, you know you
Hey guys, I am back today and I'm doing another curly hair video. It has been a long overdue video. I have not done a curly hair video, I think, in over a year. So I'm very excited to be doing one. Basically, the wet look, I've seen like I'm gonna name off some YouTubers I've seen Alea Simone, Azal Williams do it. I do the wet look all the time. Like, I actually don't even dry my hair like with a diffuser and nothing. Like, I guess you could say I'm kind of like used to the wet look, but I use about six different types of styling products. And all my hair products don't contain alcohol, they don't dry out my hair. They're all a couple of pictures of me doing the wet look previously here and here. Yeah, that's basically like how I'd done it before, and it's worked for me. But this time, after I do the wet look, I'm gonna leave it in for the entire day, and then at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a video of how my hair looks dried, completely natural, and how it looks after the wet look is done, basically. So if you guys want to just see a little tutorial of the way I do my wet look and my version of it, then feel free to keep on watching. Just after I take a shower, I put it in a t-shirt to air dry it, or like dry it basically. And then I take it down, so this is how my hair looks when it's down. Sometimes for when I wear my hair down, I either do a middle part or I do it to the side. But for today's look, I think I'm gonna do it to the side. I honestly don't know how to part my hair the right way, so I just do it with my fingers, and I kind of just part it however I please. This is the only brush that I use this all the time. I'm gonna take this brush, and I'm actually going to wet it. Brush down my hair to have it in the style of it. As you can see, it's like slicked back. Now the first product I'm going to be taking is the Protein Style Gel. It's basically black gel, and it basically styles your hair in place without having any flakes or any dryness coming up. It's very, very good at that. So I take a hefty amount of it just so my hair stays in place. I'm not putting it throughout my whole head. I'm literally just putting it on the parts of my hair, like the front parts, to keep it in position, almost as if I'm like slicking it back into a ponytail. And then after that, and then the next step is I wet my hair again. Even though I've already been in the shower recently, my hair's already gotten dry from the t-shirt, so I'm gonna wet my hair again, just like the ends of it, literally just the ends, not like the whole entire head of my hair. I'm just wetting the ends, so I dip it in the sink, and then I drain it. Now, as you can see, this is the ends of my hair are wet. Now what I like to do is I go in with my moisturizer. This is kind of like you're taking your hair as a skincare routine, but I use the Garnier Fructis leave-in conditioner, and this just moisturizes my curls and my whole entire hair. So I put it throughout. I like rub it in all the way into it, and I let it soak all the way inside of my head. I do this in like layers. I do about 2 layers of it, maybe 3 if I really want my curls to be moisturized, if I feel like they're very dry this day. But today they don't feel that dry, but because I want this look to turn out the exact best, I'm gonna do 1 more layer of the leave-in conditioner. And the next step I do is I use the frizzing cream. It's like frizz taming. It's like basically like a moisturizer in itself as well. It has coconut and strawberry, and it's sulfate free. And I think it like works very well. That's why it's like almost empty, as you can see. But I only use a little bit of it because I like to save it. I'm gonna add it in there. So I added the Tame moisturizer. And this is just basically the steps I'm doing is moisturizing and then locking in my curls afterwards. And by locking in my curls, I mean adding the styling gel and the styling products. So now, as you can see, my hair looks pretty soaked and wet. as you can see, like that. More just because I want this to turn out the very best. Now, this is where we're gonna add the product and everything else. So it doesn't really matter the order, but I just do this order particularly just for my taste. I feel like how it turns out better in a way. So the order I do the defining cream. So I take the defining cream, which defines my hair, and I feel like in some way it locks in the curls, which is kind of like what I'm aiming for. I put it here, and then I kind of section it off. I split my hair into parts like this, and I the defining cream and do one side, and I soak it in it, and let it go inside, and I twist it in, and I twist it in, and then I do the other side with the defining cream, twist it in, and then I combine them back together. And then after that, I go in with this, which is very, very, very like, kind of like very hefty. So I'm only going with one little scoop of it. And when I mean hefty, I mean like it's a very strong gel. So I just like to go in with one great scoop of it and like start to scrunch my hair with my hands like this. I like scrunch it like back and forth. It looks like I'm like squeezing my hair in a way, but I just want all the product to be soaked in, and that's like my goal. I don't know if I'm explaining this clearly enough, but yeah. Then I go in with a sculpting gel. This is literally like the same thing as this one. They're literally like the same thing. They're both sculpting gels, but this one I feel like is a little bit better quality. I don't know why I feel like it is. I'm not saying it is technically, but I'm just saying like for my hair it works better. Like that, and then I start to form it into curls, and then this is when I go in with the twist and lock gel. This is the twist and moisturizing lock gel, and it moisturizes my entire head while it's also forming as a gel and locking in my curls. So I go in with this, and I take a hefty amount, and I go in, I add it in, and by now my hair is soaked in so much product, but now it's time to like squeeze it all out. So I like to drain it a little bit, like I drain my hair out of the product a little bit, and then I go back in. And this is the part where I like to scrunch it, and scrunch it, and scrunch it, and scrunch it, and let all the product that I just put in be applied. And then I split it into half, and then I go in more with a little bit of more of the defining cream. And the defining cream and the twist and lock gel go hand in hand. So I like twist it in to my, or not twist it in, I mean scrunch it in. I scrunch it all into my head. And I'm doing one side right now, and I'm gonna do the other side after. Curls, a little bit of crunch and like bounce to it. And all of this that I'm doing does not even dry up my hair. It literally like, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes my hair very loose. And like I don't have like loose bouncy curls at all. Like my curls are pretty tight. But like this, like literally makes it all the way down there. And then I'm just scrunching it to the teeny top, to the very, very top. And I keep on scrunching it and scrunching it until I feel like the curls are starting to come into play. I take it all together, and I take it and I basically comb my fingers through it, and I scrunch it from the back like this, and I scrunch it and scrunch it, and I scrunch it and I scrunch it. When I tell you guys, I squeeze the product, like I'm like basically locking all the product into my head. And then as you can see what I did earlier by putting the gel, it frames my part, so now my part stays in place. And this is basically the final look of the wet look. And that is how wet and drenched my hair is. And then afterwards it dries, and I'll show you guys the after effect of how it looks after it all dries up. But that'll be later on, so that'll be in a couple of hours. But for now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a close-up of my wet hair look. After, of course, I wash my hands because my hands are like very soaked in product. What my hair looks like in the wet look, and this is the part that I did it to the side. And this is like the aftermath of all of it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of modeling. It's not the end of my hair. It is dry for the most part. It at all. It's basically dry. This is like the after effect of the wet look. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. I don't really know. Like, if you guys are curly hair girls and you guys have any recommendations for hair products or any like steps that I should have taken and precaution to make it a little bit better, please let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, this is the finished product. So that's basically the finished product of how it looks like. My curls is dry. I'm gonna do a little. It looks like my hair is dry. And yeah, I kind of like it, I kind of don't know. Curls could have been a little bit more defined for the most part. I need a deep treatment, I need to do deep conditioning. I haven't done it in like months, so maybe that's my problem. That is basically the ending of how my hair looks. If you guys did like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate all the people who stuck around and watched the whole video. If you watched the whole video, comment down below if you can too, or comment Garnier, like something hair product that you saw me use in this video or anything. And yeah, but that is the end. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.